Here's problem 1715. A car moving at 36 meters per second passes a stationary police car whose siren has a frequency of 500 hertz. What is the change in frequency in hertz heard by an observer in the moving car as he passes the police car? The speed of sound in air is 343 meters per second. So we have a car. And we have a stationary police car. So the velocity of the source is going to be 0. And to begin with, we're approaching at 36 meters per second. And then we're going to recede at 36 meters per second. So when we're moving toward, what do we have? Well, let's call this our observed frequency number 1 is equal to the actual frequency of the source, velocity of sound plus or minus the velocity of the observer, over the velocity of sound minus or plus the velocity of the source. In this case, that's going to be 500 hertz, velocity of sound 343. We are moving toward, so we're going to use the top plus sign in this. And the velocity of the observer is 36 meters per second over 343 minus or plus 0. So we don't have any velocity for the source. That's going to be 0. So this is going to be 500 times 379 divided by 343. So this frequency is 552.5 hertz. So that's the frequency that is heard when approaching, going toward. When backing away, now we have that the observed frequency, let's call it observed frequency 2, is equal to the actual frequency, velocity of sound plus or minus velocity of the observer, over velocity of sound minus or plus velocity of the source. So this is going to be equal to 500 times 343. In this case, we are backing away because we're on the other side of the police car. So we're going to use the bottom minus sign here. 36 meters per second over 343. Again, the velocity of the source, the police car, is 0. So we don't have to worry about that. So this is equal to 500. 343 minus 36 is going to be 307 over 343. And that is equal to 447.5 hertz. So that's the frequency on the other side of the police car as the car is backing away. So our change in frequency is going to be the difference between these two. It's going to be F1 prime minus F2 prime. And that's going to be equal to 552.5 minus 447.5. And that is equal to 105 hertz. So the car will hear a constant frequency of 552.5 hertz as it's approaching the police car, and then it's going to drop off rapidly as it passes the police car, and then you'll hear 447.5 hertz on the other side. So it'll pass through the 500 hertz as the car is just passing the police car. But you'll hear a constant frequency approaching, and then it will drop down to a constant frequency as it backs away.